Hi everyone. Be sure to subscribe. It's really good for the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So here's an update on the chart of the president. You already heard me mention that the Jupiter cycle through the degrees of Cancer that trigger his Eris, Mercury, Neptune is problematic, is complicated, and is related to all this sordid stuff that has been coming out and that has put him in a box because it seems to have set his own supporters on fire, against him in this case, and also being greatly agitated by a former ally, Elon Musk, who seems intent on causing damage by persistently bringing the subject up. And so that's the Jupiter, but also the Eris station that is happening this month contributes a whole lot of disharmonious energy. Then I noticed that to that we can add Chiron of all planets, because Chiron has a 50-year orbit, but it spends longer periods in some signs than others. And as it turns out, the sign that it's in right now, Aries, which it has been in going back all the way to 2018, has not been a helpful ally to this man. You can look back and see all kinds of correlations, especially in the legal realm, back in those years when he was constantly under siege for legal reasons. But separately, that planet relates to this very issue right now, because at birth it's in Libra, conjunct Jupiter. So if it's in Libra, you look to Venus for the rulership. You could say that Venus rules his Chiron. Well, Venus is in the 12th house. Therefore, you bring those issues in, hence hidden matters around sordid affairs, hidden love affairs, or sex trafficking. All of that points to that house. And furthermore, if you then say, well, what rules Venus? It's the moon. And the moon is in the 5th. And the 5th is children, or you would say underage minors fit in there as well. So this Chiron is a problem planet, and it happens to be stationing at the beginning of August in Aries, still in square to his Venus. So it's definitely piling on. But the planet that actually turns out to be of most immediate concern is the same planet that I was describing Dan Bongino is currently being affected by, and it's why he's so angry, because he's got all those Sagittarius planets. Mars is in Virgo, it's squaring them, has yet to reach Bongino's Venus. But this is also where Trump's planets are a little later. His moon in Sagittarius, the sun in Gemini, and even before that he has the Uranus position at 17 or so Sagittarius. So Mars is going to run through all that between mid-July, maybe let's say the 17th or so, all the way to the end of the month, first week of August. And this is going to raise his irritability, his combativeness, and his anger. And I think he's, quite at risk of blowing a gasket because of how out of control this situation is. And if you then think, okay, well, what happens after that? Well, the Eris station does start to become less of a factor as we go into August. Chiron station also, the more we get into late summer. But we have to consider that in August, when Mars switches from Virgo to Libra, that's not helpful, because in Libra it'll start squaring all those 12th house planets from that place, and so that takes you into at least September, its travel through Libra. So times ahead aren't very good, and it's pretty much a sense of continued pressure as we go into the next weeks to months. And of course, if you want to go beyond that, then by September, Saturn is backtracking into Pisces, where it's going to be for months, which is also very unhelpful to him. So that's the bottom line. And for now, I would focus on these next 2 to 3 weeks, because I have a feeling they're going to be quite hot in a number of ways.